Hello everyone. So we are starting with our English grammar rules series. We will be discussing various rules for English grammars that are very useful for the purpose of examinations, various examinations for that matter. And you will be easily able to solve certain grammar questions with the help of these rules. So first, in the first video today, we will be dealing with modals, rules that are used for modals. Okay. Models are basically the auxiliary verbs, the helping verbs, which are used to express a certain idea. Okay, the idea could be of some ability, some advice, request. So, any verb that expresses that idea is known as models. Okay, some words you must be very well aware with are can, would, should, may. So all these words are models. So they are used accordingly. Like when you want to express ability or possibility, and when some question is asking you to express happening of a past event. All right. So then you use different models for different situations. So we will be discussing the rules today. What a word is used when. So let's see. So first rule says that models are used to express ability or capability of something. All right. So when we are talking about ability or capability, we use words like can. Okay. Be able to, may, might. Right. So all these are models of capability or models of ability, as you may say. So let's see the examples. She can speak 5 languages fluently, showing the ability that she's able to speak 5 languages. I could run a marathon when I was younger. So I could run a marathon when I was younger, happening of a past event. I was able to run a marathon. Then he is able to play the piano very well. He is able to play the piano, ability. They may be able to, except be able to, help you with your project. They are capable, right? I might be able to attend the meeting tomorrow. Capability or ability, right? So first rule simply says that models are used to express ability or capability, and words that we use are can, could, be able to, may or might. Next rule says models are used to express permission or prohibition. Okay, so permission could be asking a permission, right? May I, simply we say may I. May I, can I, and we say could I, right? So all these are permission or prohibition. When we say must not, could not, are not, I'll write it here. These are permissions. Now these are prohibitions. Must not, cannot, right? Are not. So all these are prohibitions, and these are permissions. So now let's see the examples. You can use my computer to finish your assignment. May I go to the restroom, please? So here they are asking permission, here they are granting permission. Okay. You mustn't smoke in this area. Prohibition. Students aren't allowed to leave the school premises during breaks. Prohibition. Could I borrow your pen for a moment? Permission, right? So, second rule says that modals are used to express permission or prohibition, and the words we use for permission are may, can, could, and for prohibition we use must not, cannot, are not, like so and so far, so much, so on so far. Next, third rule says that modals are used to express obligation or necessity. So whenever there is a situation that is that to do something is necessary, we use modal verbs like must, okay, have to, right, have got to, etc. Right? Or also use should, because it is also necessity. One should do something. So example says you must follow the rules. Next says we have to finish the project on time. Necessity. She should study for the exam. Necessity. They have to be more careful. He must call his parents. So all these examples are showing necessity. Okay, to follow the rule is a necessity. To finish the project on time is a necessity, right? So rule number 3 says models are used to express obligation or necessity, and the words we use are must, have to, have got to, should. Okay. Now next rule says models are used to express advice or recommendation. Whenever we are advising something to someone or whenever we are recommending something to someone, we use models. Okay, so models of advice are should, to, okay, had better, you, he had better done this, he should have better done this. Okay, had better could also be used. All right, and one more thing I would like to tell you is that models are very irregular in their usage. All right, like we said should is also used in necessity and should is also used for advice or recommendation, right? So there are irregular use, but you have to understand when to use which. Okay, whenever there is a necessity or whenever there is recommendation, you can use should in both the sense, right? But you also have to see the sentence and frame accordingly. Use the model according to the sentence. First example says, you should eat more fruits and vegetables for a balanced diet. Advice, I would advise you to take some time off and relax. It might be a good idea. So he's advising that might be a good idea to start saving money for the future. You ought to consider studying abroad for a new experience. You should attend the conference for valuable insight. So, rule 4 says models are used to express advice and recommendation. Whenever you have to advise something, you use models, right? So, models are basically expressions, right? They are helping verbs which help to express an idea. So, we are just discussing what ideas are expressed and what words are used to express those ideas. Clear? Next rule says models are used to express probability and certainty. Whenever there is probability or of happening of an event or of not happening of an event, models are used to express those. And whenever there is a certainty, okay, models are used to express those. So it will probably rain later in the evening. Probably. She might be running late for the meeting. Probability. They must be the new neighbors. I saw a moving truck. So it is certainty. Okay, so here we say probability, here probability, here certainty. Flight may have been delayed. Probability. He may be at the office by now. Now if I write it here, he must be at the office by now. So maybe is probability. When I write here must be, it becomes certainty. Okay. So models for probability or certainty are, the words we use are probably, say, might, may, probably, right? So models are used to express probability and certainty. Now models are also used to express polite requests and offers. Earlier we saw permissions and prohibitions. Now we are seeing polite requests and offers. So polite request would be, how do you request somebody politely? Would you, could you, will you, can you? So we use these to express some polite request. Okay, when we are requesting something to someone. So examples would be, could you please pass the salt? Would you mind opening the door? Can I help you with your bags? Alright. May I have a glass of water? So here we can also say, can you help me with my bags? If we are politely asking somebody to help us. So we can also say, can I help you? Or can you help me? Sorry, can you help me with my bags? Then, may I have a glass of water, please? Shall we go for a walk? So here one more word we can add is shall we. Okay. So these are the words used for polite request or offer. So rule number 6 clear. Next says, models are used to express some logical deductions or speculation about a past events. Okay, about some past events. Any deduction that they have come to or any speculation that they have made about past event. Models are used to express those. Examples would be, so he can't be the culprit because he was with me the whole time. Past event, so he deduced it that because he was with me the whole time, he cannot be the culprit, right? Then then the next example is, it must be raining outside. I can hear thunder. Now again, because I can hear thunder, it must be raining outside, right? So there are some logical deduction or speculations. Okay, she might have forgotten about the meeting. Since she has not attended the meeting, she might have forgotten about it, right? So they are making speculation about it. They should be arriving soon. Their flight landed an hour ago. So now they should be arriving soon. Okay, because their flight landed an hour ago, they should be arriving any moment now. Clear? Then I couldn't have made that mistake. I was very careful. So because I was very careful, I don't think I made that mistake. I couldn't have made that mistake. Right? So here the words which we are using for this is can't. Okay? Must, might, should be, and couldn't have. Right? So you see, some models are very irregular, right? They can be used anywhere. Might can be used anywhere, must can be used anywhere, right? So yet again, you have to see the sentence and then accordingly you have to use models while filling up the blanks, because most of the time you are given fill in the blanks sort of questions, right? Right. So this was all for the rules for models right now. So when we will be discussing these rules, we will be covering around 160 plus English grammar rules that will definitely help you with your exams, and I hope you can score better, because at times what happens is we read everything but we skip some of the part of it, right? Some part of it. So if you cover these rules also, and if you, let's say, you are not able to give ample amount of time to grammar portion, you can cover these rules also. So keep following the series. I hope that will help you a lot. So that's all for now. I'll see you later with some next topic. Okay.